We've got it right. Hello. Uh, Obviously, most of you know my name is Jeannette Jones, and my company is Any Good Will Do. I'm not doing a Canva. I'm not doing a slideshow. I'm just talking. So if you want to go make a cup of tea, I will see that you have left the building, and I will then ask you awkward questions when you come back. Right. I thought I would briefly sum up 53 years of my life in 10 minutes. It could be quite exciting. Anyway, born in 1970. I have an older brother by 2.5 years, and my mum and my dad. My mum currently has Alzheimer's. We're not a very healthy family. My brother's had a heart attack. My dad's had half one of his lungs removed because he had pleury. I've got MS, and yeah, mum's got Alzheimer's. So in the scheme of things, we're not the most fit and healthy. So obviously I need to have a one-to-one with Chris because he's going to sort everything out for me. Right. I started in life in customs and excise. I spent 17 years. I absolutely loved it. 17 years of customs and excise at Gatwick Airport. It was brilliant. The best time ever. Then I had my two girls, Charlotte and Harriet, and I separated and was divorcing my husband at the time. He was actually my next door neighbour. So always keep an eye out on your next door neighbours. Just look the other way or something. And so I was doing a commute and taking two kids to school, and it wasn't working out very well. And I had one or two little accidents. So I decided, regrettably, that I had to leave working at Gatwick. I was working in Worthing at the time, which was 33 miles away. And so I then found a job in West Sussex County Council. And I did several jobs there. I was in the admin department of the sensory services team, which was fascinating because I actually learned sign language because we had dealings with visually impaired people and people with hard of hearing or direct hearing loss. So that was fascinating to sort of like, it was great because when you're with someone, we went on this training course. It was 6 weeks, 6 months, whatever, and it was great because when we were in the car park and it was raining, we could actually sign language to each other what we were going to be talking about, whether we wanted to go for a coffee or not, and you didn't have to get wet. So that was a very good bonus about that. So I then moved from there and I worked in an all-girls secondary school with girls with mental and physical impairments, disabilities. And that I was there for 3.5 years, and that was the toughest, most stressful job ever, dealing with hormonal girls, then with a disability. So anyway, I was there for 2 or 3 years. Then I moved on I got promoted, and I worked as the access and exclusions officer at West Sussex County Council. And basically that meant I was the in-between person between the headmaster wanting to permanently exclude a child, the parents not being happy about it, and the council trying to find a way that we didn't get them permanently excluded, and we found different sources of education for them. That was impossible, that job. And I worked with half of West Sussex County Council for that. But during that time, I had been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and the job was incredibly stressful. And the problem with stress, especially with me, it makes you fall asleep. So I was incredibly, a lot of the time, asleep, which didn't really help. So I got long-term sick, ill health, retired. So moving on a bit, are you still awake? Just checking. I will ask questions. That's all right. There's a few nods there. It's not frozen screens. That's all right. Then I had two girls, Charlotte and Harriet. Charlotte is going to be 29 next month, and Harriet is 26. And Harriet, the youngest one, they're polar opposites. Completely same father, same mother, obviously, completely opposite. Harriet, I couldn't get to school in the last year of her GCSE year, and she then got pregnant, and I was very, very good. I didn't shout at her. I just sat and absorbed it. Everything happens for a reason. That's all fine. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm only 45 and I'm a big grandma. So that was quite exciting. Anyway, but having Maya changed Harriet, given her responsibility, and she's now working for, in a hospital, and she's absolutely loving it, and it's wonderful. And Maya is the reason why I came out of ill health retirement, so to speak, and created Any Green Will Do. Most grandparents just give premium bonds or something very exciting and simple for their grandchildren. Me, no, I wanted to change the world and make it healthier for her to live in. Easy. Yeah, right. Anyway, so with my health, being aware of my health and the situations of it, I looked at network marketing companies, because I thought, then there's the they've done the business side of it, I just need to do the selling side of it. So I looked at Arbonne, Norwex, Enyo, you know, all that sort of green stuff, and they're brilliant but bloody expensive. Sorry for those who I've offended who but I got introduced to Week and Eco. Now, Week and Eco was actually created by the black sheep of UW, which I think is hilarious. And but they had 1,000 products, 200 brands, all eco, all ethical. So if you wanted deodorant or floor cleaner or pond cleaner, whatever, it was there. Brilliant. Absolutely loved it. And I was there doing that for 7 years, 8 years. This January, we had an email from them saying, oh, we're closing. Very sorry. So I'm thinking, oh, now what do I do? That wasn't on my agenda of what to do. So after a couple of months of them in an RN, I decided to pivot, and instead of selling cleaning products, I now sell everything but cleaning products. Why the hell that took me 2 months to actually realise that that's what I was going to do. There we go. And what I have found is I had to do a presentation on wellness a couple of months ago, and all the other companies were saying about their company and how good they were and what they did for the wellness. Me, I just asked, what does wellness mean to you? And that was my 10-minute presentation. And I've come to the conclusion that there are two things which are wellness for me. One is optimism, and two is positivity. I've had MS now for over 20 years, and I've always stayed positive for it, even though it's a bit of a like that, because as long as I know that there is a scientist somewhere looking, researching, trying to find out how, which, why, and when, fine by me. And unknowingly, I have brought that over to me now selling eco gifts, because I absolutely love finding about different companies, small companies that are doing something for the environment in their own little way, whether it's the bamboo silk, whether it's the elephant dung candle, elephant candles, that would be really smelly, wouldn't it? Elephant dung cards, the bamboo socks, everything. But everybody who's making them are doing something in their own little way to improve the environment and improve the future and have positivity and optimism. And that's where I am now, selling bamboo socks and loving every minute of it. So that's it. My name is Jeannette Jones from Any Green Will Do, and showing you that a healthier world does start at home. Thank you very much.
That was awesome, Jeannette. Absolutely brilliant. So inspiring to hear your journey, but hear your passion behind why you set up your business, you know, for your granddaughter as well. Absolutely brilliant. And love your positive attitude to life as well. You are so right. Wellness is about having that positive attitude and optimism. It definitely goes a long way to helping your health. We have got time for one quick question. If anybody has got a question or observation or anything, a light bulb moment that went on while Jeannette was talking, does anybody have anything? Yes, Joanne, thank you.
Yeah, Jeanette, that was brilliant. Does Maya know that she was your inspiration? Does she understand what you do?
I think she's 8 now. I think she's getting more aware of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. But it was lovely, because before COVID, when she used to come and help me, she used to love it, because we ended up having a little, I used to put the table up, and she'd have a little nest underneath it, and she'd be on my phone and playing and eating, and she'd like taking the money from people and talking about things as well. So I have tried to include her where I can in that whole environment of eco-ness. But no, yeah, I think so. And as she gets older, I think she's realising more. Yes, thank you.